Hey folks, we have not done a performance update in a couple of weeks, so let's get on it. Let's jump in and take a look at our performance. We've had some really amazing results, a couple crappy results, a couple so-so results. Let's jump in. Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's take a look at it. As I said, it's been several weeks. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since we have reviewed our individual strategy performances. We've had a couple videos here talking about our overall results, and for the last couple of months, it has been fantastic from a dollar perspective, from a net lick perspective. It's been amazing. But as always, we have some trades that work and some trades that don't. And so let's look at those individually here. You can get a little bit better of a breakdown in terms of which one is doing which. So we always start, of course, with our 0-day to expiration trades. Oh my goodness, we have had some tremendous results with those as of late. We've had several positions, you'll see here in a minute, we have several positions that have really been tough and have had negative results and have dragged our overall portfolio down, or have tried to drag our overall portfolio down. And it really has been, over these last 2 or 3 weeks, our 0-day to expiration trades that have done all of the heavy lifting for our account and have made the successful days successful. They have overcome a lot of the drag from a lot of these other positions. But to say that we're thrilled with our 0 DTE results is an understatement. We do multiple 0 DTEs in a day. This past Friday we did 5. That's not always going to be the case, but a lot of times we get at least 2 on the day. And our big thing with 0-day to expiration trades is, if you're going to go to the trouble of doing a trade that is a day trade, that's what a 0 DTE is, meaning you're going to have to babysit it, you're going to have to stare at your screen all day long, you're going to have to time your bathroom breaks, you're going to have to figure out how to get lunch in front of you. If you're going to go to all of the work and effort to do those types of trades, why would you use a setup that does not give you at least the potential of $1,000 a day profit? What's the point? You know, just go work a normal day job and don't deal with the stress of trading. So there's a lot of trading rooms out there that talk about 0 DTEs and using butterflies and things like that. We tend to try to focus on strategies that actually can put real money in your pocket. So it's fun to gamble with butterflies, but you're not going to put $1,000 a day in your pocket trading butterflies with 0 DTE setups. We will put our trading results on a 0 DTE basis up against anybody in terms of volume, in terms of, you know, how we're knocking down 10 to 14 different 0 DTE setups every single week, not just one a day. And in terms of rates of return, in terms of actual amounts of money that we're putting in our pockets. And we're obviously thrilled with our win rate. It's probably not realistic to hope for something better than this. This is about as good as it gets. So just thrilled with our 0 DTE results. Okay, our 4-day expiration trades, man, we are loving those as well. We have gone towards, on our SPY and our Q 4-day expiration trade setups, adding in a zebra setup up front on those trades. That has made all the difference in the world. That has helped immensely with these trades. Over the last 3 weeks, we were wrong, or excuse me, over the last 4 weeks, we were wrong 2 of the 4 weeks on our directional nature of how we structured those trades. Didn't matter. We still ended up making money. Very, very forgiving trade. I don't see anybody else using these setups to build 4-day expiration trades. I won't say that it's proprietary to us, but again, I'm not seeing anybody else doing this. Fantastic trades. We've had fantastic results with those. The IWM Millionaire Maker trade, I don't know what else to say about it, guys. We're going on close now to 4 years. It's over 3.5 years that we have built out this trade every week, week after week after week. Knock on wood, we have never taken a single loss on this trade. Ever. Not one single time. This is a trade that knocks down 50% returns a year. Year after year after year after year. This is why we call it the Millionaire Maker trade. I think if you can make 50% a year consistently, most of you would be pretty happy with that. And that's just been to say it's a solid trade is a huge understatement. That's been an absolutely big trade for us. And the big thing about the IWM Millionaire Maker trade for us this year versus previous years is that we are trading it a little bit more dynamically. You'll see that we've had 30 total trade opportunities, but yet we've traded it 43 times. That means intra-week, we are in there and we are adjusting the legs. Our goal with that is to try to get about 0.15 to 0.3. So maybe as many as a 30% bump in our 15 to 30% bump in our earnings on this trade. We've been pretty successful with that this year. So I'm hopeful, I'm hopeful that this year, December 31st, as it rolls around, we will be well above that 50% target rate of return. We have been trying to target 1% a week. Right now we're targeting 1.15% to 1.3% a week. Should make a big difference at the end of the year this year. It's been a great trade for us. Pairs trades, we've gotten another 2 under our belt. We booked profits on those. We had an AMC pairs trade that was one of our highest winners yet. I think it was a 13% return in 2 weeks. And again, that's fine. That's all well and good. But keep in mind, our pairs trades have no market risk. They have no market. These are simply arbitrage plays from shorting one underline compared to a long of another underline. So the Dow could crash by 1,000 points. It could shoot up by 1,000 points. That does not affect these trades. I think if you could tell people, hey, I'm a stock trader, I trade stocks in the stock market, but if the market crashes tomorrow, that has no effect on my trades. Most people would think you're crazy, but that's what we get with the pairs trade. No directional risk in these trades. So they've been just fantastic for us. We do still have 2 of our open pairs trades right now that are working for us. A long time one, a pharmaceutical one that we have been cash flowing over and over again, and we'll probably keep cash flowing it until the end of the year. But those have been great trades for us. Great trades for us. Bear market strategies, we've added a couple more to that list, and those have been fantastic. I generally prefer trades that make money to the downside than the upside because I feel like the market takes the stairs up and the elevator down. More potential, I think, to the downside. And we still have one of those that is open and working right now. It looks really solid right now. It's Carvana, but we've been working that one for a while. Stock market millionaire maker trade, we are using the same strategy that we use on the IWM Millionaire Maker trade, but we're using it with stocks, and we're using it on 2 underlying. We're using it on PayPal, and we're using it on Netflix. Last week's result on PayPal was a little disappointing. Not going to lie there, a little disappointing. 1.33% return on the week. Not horrible. I mean, again, well above a 50% annualized rate of return, but not quite what we have been used to getting on that trade. The Netflix trade just continues to just chug along. It just looks picture perfect. So again, this stock market millionaire maker trade, it's the same approach that we use with the IWM Millionaire Maker, but rather than shooting for about 1.15 to 1.3% a week, we're shooting for closer to 2% a week. So that trade's just been amazing for us. And again, I think if you can build out a strategy that, doesn't show any losses for years and years and years, and it's annualizing out at a three-figure number at 100+% ROI potential. It's a pretty good trade, guys. It's a pretty good trade. Our positive Vega DIE ladders, we've not had a single. This is a ladder setup that we use. We have 3 ladders that we use in there, so we go out about 3 weeks into the future on that ladder. And we are shooting for around 9% a month on those ladders. We've had a few months here and there where we've been a little bit shy of that, 7%, 7.8%, 8.2%, but generally we're right in that range of about 9% return potential per month on that trade. We have not had a single losing DIA trade this whole entire year. The little inside joke that we have in the trading room is that we've made a pact with the devil with regards to the DIA trade. I don't know what's happening, but we've had a half a dozen moments this year in the DIA trade where we're like, okay, we're finally there where we're going to need to make an adjustment to this trade. And right before we make the adjustment, the market brings it right back in line for us. So I'm sure at some point we will need to make some adjustments on this and have to work the trade a little bit. But man, right now, it's been a really solid cash flow vehicle for us. Portfolio margin strategy. So I'm going to make a separate video on the portfolio margin strategy, but I'll just give you a quick update. We started the very end of the first week of June. So we didn't quite get the whole month of June in the books. And the goal with the portfolio margin strategy is to bring in about $12,000 a month of income, okay? The first month was amazing. We brought in close to $20,000. So again, we were short an entire week. We only had 3 out of the 4 weeks of June to work with, and our goal was $12,000. We brought in $20,000. It was an amazing first month in the program. Last month, the month of July, was okay. Actually, it was better than okay. It was $13,665. So better once again than the $12,000 that we were hoping for. August, bad month, down $13,918. So it was a tough month for us in August. It was 2 of our trades that drug us down. It was the NQ trade and the E-mini trade that ended up dragging us down. So for the 3 months into the program, we are up a cumulative, very close to $21,000. We're trying to bring in $12,000 a month. That would put us at about $36,000 if we were close to that. I'm going to back that down to say $30,000 because we didn't have that first week of June. So we're a little bit behind schedule, but we had a horrible August. So I think all in all, it's still moving in the right direction, still looks positive, and I'm hopeful. We have reset the NQ trade and the E-mini trade now going forward. We just today is Monday evening, September the 4th. Futures markets just opened up here on Labor Day, and we just got those new trades on, and they're both actually in the money profitable right now as I speak. So I think that we're set up for a good September here, but nevertheless, a little bit behind schedule there, but we're still making money. Okay, scalping. Very excited about our scalping. We have tried to work on our scalping program so that it required less capital, it was easier to do, and it was more forgiving. It wasn't something that was as frenetic and we're doing 120 trades a day and pushing buttons all day long. A little easier to do. Still with the same goal of bringing in $500 to $1,000 a day, okay? We're not quite there yet, but I think we're getting very close. We are slowly scaling up our buying power. I used more buying power on Thursday of last week in our scalping session than I have in this whole entire revamp of scalping, and I used $900. So I think that we'll probably top out around $1,500 or so in terms of buying power. I think that should be enough. I don't know yet for sure, but I think it should be enough to give us a decent shot every day of making $500 to $1,000. But we've had some really successful results with this, with some very small amounts of capital. And our feeling always was, hey, if we can make it palatable and easy enough for someone to come in with just $1,000 or $2,000 and say, yeah, you really do have a shot here of making $500 to $1,000 a day doing this. I think we'll have more participation from our members in our trading room. But scalping's been just heaven sent, this change that we have made recently. Scalping the 0 DTE options on the Qs, QQQs. Dragonflies, we've got another Dragonfly working right now on BA. We've been averaging about 10% return every 2 weeks on these. We're a little bit shy on this particular iteration, but we do have some buying power that we can still add to this trade. I think we could get it up to maybe 7-8% potential return, but these have been really solid trades for us. Theta Fairies, we've done 147 of these. 144 have been winners, 2 have been losers, 1 we're still in technically as a roll. I think, again, I mentioned that in the portfolio margin, what hurt us most this past month was the NQ trade and the E-mini trade. I think the one thing that we learned on this Theta Fairy roll is take the loss, take the $300 loss, reset it. It's going to be easier in the long run. But anyway, we're still working that particular trade. Gold ladders have been great for us. Another really successful week in the books last week. We're trying to average 1.5% a week on our gold ladders, about 6% a month, about 70% a year. We're way ahead of that. We are way, way ahead of that. Almost booked a 3.2% return last week on our gold ladders. So we're far and away beating our expectations. Could not be happier with our gold trades. They've been fantastic. We did another overnight vampire trade. That puts us at 9, and it was a winner. We have 9 total trades year to date. 8 have been winners, 1 have been losers. The last 2 vampire trades that we've done, we have made money on them from the hedging. Both of them ended up being initial losers, and it was the hedges that ended up making the money for us. So it's nice to have that option, and it's nice to have a plan to know what to do with the trade when it doesn't work. Broken wing butterfly ladders, we added 1 over the last couple of weeks, and that was a successful trade for us. We'll probably be doing some more of those here, I would imagine, in the next week or so. Our oil ladder, very interesting setup here. Oil, as you may know, is really pushing up against some resistance levels. Saudi Arabia is cutting back production. Oil levels are really high. We've switched our ladder setup on oil to just a short position, and we're cash flowing it with options. It is about, I'm going to look in my portfolio here, it's about a $13,600 buying power trade. We're cash flowing that to the tune of roughly $100 a day, $500 a week, $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. This trade is cash flowing on an annualized basis for us $24,000 a year on a $13,600 buying power commitment. So while we wait around for oil to come back down, we're just cash flowing this thing for $100 a day. It's been a really solid trade for us. Very happy with that trade as well. In the money cover trades, it's tough to beat these guys. From a Sharpe ratio standpoint, from a risk reward standpoint, it's very tough to beat these. Some of them are $10,000 to $15,000 trades, and so from a buying power perspective, it doesn't mean that everybody can necessarily properly position size and take advantage of them. But man, if you can, I think those are go-to trades. I think those are like the first trade you look at. Anywhere from 55% to 175% annualized rates of return on those this year is what we've been experiencing with those. They've been great for us. Excuse me. Trading binary ideas. We had so much fun with this. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we do an event contract on the S&P 500 that is an over-under, meaning will the market finish over this level or under this level? We do our technical analyses. We find a level that we feel like has a 90+% probability of success. Knock on wood, we have not been wrong on a single solitary one of those yet. And we're averaging 13 to 30% return per day on those trading ideas. You're not going to find these trades anywhere else. You're not going to find these trades in a zero DTE trading room. We love those, and they've just been, you talk about building an edge in your trading. These are a great way to do that. They've been fantastic for us. Our short portfolio, we continue to short positions there. It's been a great trade for us. We've added a new category just recently called insider trading. Excuse me. And this is legal insider trading. This is when we get a public disclosure form on Edgar that a CEO or another highly compensated insider individual in a corporation has bought or sold shares of that company's stock. They have to publicly report that. They can't trade on non-public information. There are a lot of reasons why a CEO or a CFO or a CMO or someone that is a highly compensated individual inside of a corporation may sell their shares of that company. Estate planning, liquidity issues, they need to buy a house. Who knows? There's a lot of things going on there. But there's only one reason that they buy stock in their company, and that is because they are looking for some good upside potential. So we scour the Edgar filings, and we build trades off of what these CEOs are doing with their stocks. We've just got the first one in and going. It looks really, really solid right now. I'm looking at right now in our portfolio, and so far so good on that particular trade. I'm looking at numbers here, and we are out on that trade 4 days. We've got 4 days to expiration to go on that trade. I've got $3,012 in that trade. We brought in $112 of income from that trade. It is currently a 94% probability of success. It's on ticker symbol TEAM, team. And we will be doing more of these every single week going forward. It's just been fantastic trade for us. Again, you're not going to find those trades in other zero DTE trading rooms. Our commodity trades, we are pretty straightforward with this. We think you're foolish if all you're doing is trading equities. That's a level of risk that you just don't need to take, folks. You need to have non-equity correlated investments, okay? And that's really critical. So on our commodity trades, we've done 24 commodity trades. We include bonds in those trades. 22 of those have been winners, 2 have been losers. The interesting thing about these trades, they have been fantastic for us. They've been great trades for us. They have great ROIs, and the results have been good. But about 61% of all of the ones that we enter need help. They need rolling of some kind. So it's not a one and done trade. It's not a trade that you can just jump in and close your eyes and then come back 3 or 4 weeks and say, okay, where's my money? Where's my profit? It takes a little work. But anyway, they've been really good, solid trades for us. They really balance out our P&L on our trades. And then last but not least is our investing program. This is a passive approach. This is the ATM program, asymmetric trade method. It's passive. It just takes 5 minutes a day. Doesn't take a lot of effort, and then you're done. 2021, we crushed the market. 2022, we crushed the market even more. 2023, we're kind of nip and tuck with the market right now. At the end of August, the market was up about 16%. We're up about 13%. But I feel like we've got a pretty good shot here at not only beating the market this year, but actually getting a really good overall rate of return as I look to the amount of extrinsic that we have sitting in our account. I think if we can get even half of that in, should be an awesome setup for us. So anyway, that's a quick update of where we're at results-wise. Love to connect with you guys. If you want to, you can connect with me. A lot of ways to do that. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Messenger, Instagram, you name it. You can go to scottstewartcontacts.com, get access to all of my contact information. If you want to be a part of our trading room, we'd love to have you. You can go to tradelivewithus.com. You can join in on our live trading sessions. If you are interested in our investing program, you can go to tryatmforfree.com. Again, we are focusing on two things: beating the market returns, doing it at less risk, passive in nature. If you want to scalp with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that has been a lot of fun lately, scalping the Qs. A lot easier than scalping the futures. You can go to tryscalpingnow.com. Okay, so love to hear from you guys. If you want to trade our binary trade setups that we do every Tuesday and Thursday as well, you can go to tradingbinaryideas.com. Get your account set up there. There's no cost to do that. Those are fun setups. Those are fun trades. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Appreciate you being a part of the trading community, following along with what we do. I do believe what Zig Ziglar says, that you can get everything in life that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So hopefully these videos have been helpful to you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you have a good trading week, and take care.